October the 18th, and this event is titled We Are All Sinners, Love, Mingle, and Play, and it is hosted in a collaboration with Mingle and Play, Los Angeles' longest running game night, celebrating its 20th anniversary. This is a costume party and a game night where the theme is based on Ryan Coogler's box office smash hit Sinners. Attendees are required to dress up as their favorite character, such as Smoke, Stack, Annie, Delta Slim, Sammy, Cornbread if you've seen the movie, or an ancestor like a futuristic guitar player, Oakland Dancers, or from the time period itself, 1932, whatever fits your boat. Dress up, y'all. This is the time to get creative. The tickets are only $15, and as it gets closer to the event, the ticket prices will go up. This event will be from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Yes, y'all, this is a nighttime party, and it's taking place at Fountain, LA, at address 2889 West Olympic Boulevard. Parking is limited, so arrive early, and rideshare and carpool are encouraged. And there will be prizes for the best costumes of the night. So join this event and have a good time.
Black woman, it's time to heal and feel, be real. You just gotta take your time, unwind and chill. Cause now it's time to love yourself. Build emotional and mental health. Cause black woman, it's time to heal and feel, be real.
Hey y'all, we're back with another episode of Black Women Healing Podcast, and it's been a minute that you all have seen both Myra and I together. But yeah, we're working on a few things. So today is just going to be us, like coming at you all just with a random topic. And we're working on a different outline for the podcast. So we usually have done like this or that. We've done random topics. So we're trying to figure out like what'll be interesting and exciting and engaging for you all to hear. If you have any ideas, you can always reach out to us. But until then, today, Myra, what are we going to be talking about?
Today, we're going to talk about creating habits in the fall because I don't know. For me, Danica knows I am a summertime person. I break out all the habits. Like, I don't even need to habit stack. I could do all the things in the summertime. Then when the fall comes, all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to get dressed. Like, even today, like, I got on sweats. I'm not a sweats person. I only own one pair of sweats. Throw on the sweats. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go outside. That doesn't seem fun. Like, everything just seems like pumpkins, and I'm not into the pumpkins. Like, that's literally where my brain goes. When people are excited for all the pumpkin stuff, I'm just like, why? What? So I am pushing myself to explore what it means to keep habits and create habits in the fall. And so, yeah. Danica, what are your thoughts on creating new habits and routines in the fall? Do you even do that?
That's a good question. If y'all listened to an episode before this, I had told Myra about like just how I noticed her light up in the summer. Like she just transformed and turned into a whole nother person. And I feel like I've seen her in the summer, but this was like the first time where I'm like, actually, I'm like, dang, like you just have so much energy, your motivation, just like it was contagious too. Like I was like, okay, like I'm feeling good too now. Every time I see you, I'm like, I want some of that. But the fall for me is like, it feels warm, it's nice. And also I'm thinking of geographically how falls look different versus like over here in like Southern California, we don't even really get too much of nothing. You get a little chilly, you wear your little jackets, your little wind breakers, but you don't have like, it's not, I don't really see when I think of like me growing up in Kentucky where it does, if we get all the seasons, when even like going trick-or-treating and stuff, people will be having like, the apple cider and like hot chocolate, like those pieces. And then you have, I always talk about this, and I have seen it in LA now where the trees will get naked in some places, but that's my favorite place. Like that's my favorite part of fall. Like the trees, like, oh, they're naked, like all these leaves and things that you've seen, it just starts looking different. And then the leaves on the ground, people have to rake and get all those things up. And most of the time, that's when you at home, you eating like chilies and the soups and the thing, it's warm and just cozy. That's what I think of. And so like I love the fall. And even though it's different here, I think I still get that feeling of just like coziness.
Yeah.
Now the habits in the fall, I mean, I don't know. When I think of that, I don't
How do
really
you feel
feel
about your
like,
relationship with walking? Because I feel like walking is something you've been doing so much, and like people tend to fall off. Like even in my run club, they were like, "I know this is probably gonna be the last time I'm gonna see y'all until the new year." And I thought about it, and I was like, "Dang, I do stop walking when the fall hits."
but you know what? And that's because you have a good habit of walking outside. I walk inside most of the time. I have a walking treadmill. And so
Oh,
the only time I
okay.
walk out, yeah, when I walk outside, it's typically with people. So me and you walk together. I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, but when I'm by myself, I typically don't walk outside. I walk inside. So that
God.
really, I mean, that's a new habit for me this year, anyways, though.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if it'll fall off.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I haven't been walking as much, but I've still been doing other forms of like movement.
For sure.
Uh, but I don't know. I don't know yet. I guess we'll see. For real. I'm thinking of the habits, like, just like day to day stuff. Um, I've been reading every night. I don't think that's a
Ooh, what you
fall.
reading? Share the name of the book.
Girl, I'm reading right now. This is like a typical book. Most people have read this. It's called like No F's Given, No Stop Giving Fucks or something.
Oh,
Well, you know what I'm talking about, right?
yeah, I read it when it first came out. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm like this, and the book is. I mean, it's pretty much all the stuff we talk about all the
Yeah.
time, But I feel like it helps me go to sleep. Like reading when before I go to sleep. I also read Mandy and Weezy's book. That was the last book I read.
How
Uh,
was it? That's on my list. Is it good?
it's good.
No
It's
holes barred.
No Holes Barred or something. Yeah, maybe I
Okay.
know Hole something's in there for sure. But
Okay.
no, it is good. I'll give them that.
Okay.
And it's some sex scenes and little stuff like that, but it's serious moments as well, and like a lot
Mm,
of learning moments for women and how you
okay.
want to like identify as your identity, sexual identity, like your
Hmm.
womanhood. Like no, it's
Hmm.
really good. But I was reading that first, and so
Okay.
15-20 minutes. I turn on my little lights. I have like these low lights in my room and I might time it,
Yes.
and then once it's done,
Yes.
though, I go to sleep. And it's really
I
been
love
helping
that.
me sleep really good too. So
Yes.
that's a habit I'm hoping to continue.
These sound
Um,
fall related though, if you think about them, because you're a cozy person. Everything you're naming is cozy stuff.
I guess it's
I don't know if you
true.
realize that. Like, as I'm hearing you talk, I'm like, these are things I could adopt in the fall because they kind of fall with the season, literally.
Yeah, yeah. Add a little tea to your nighttime routine.
See?
No, this is true. This is true. When you think of yourself over the summer, what is so different? Like, what happens for you over the summer that is different from like the fall?
The days literally feel so much longer. Like I feel like I want to be outside all I love to I guess you would say stargaze. I don't know what you would call it. I like to watch the sky. So one of my favorite things to do, which like I feel like nobody knows this about me, is I like to just lay outside and stare at the sky. Like I think that it just reminds you like you're just a small like spectacle. And I have more time to do that in the summertime, and it feels good to do it in the summertime. Whereas I was gonna go do it just now, and I was like, the weather is doing something weird. It's like it's trying to get cold, but it's trying to be warm. I'm not about to lay on the grass where the weather don't know what it's doing right now. But in the summertime, I could do that all the time. Like just there are so many things you could do just existing outside that are free. Whereas in the fall, I'm not about to go do those same things. Mm-mm.
Dang. That little feeling. I love that little feeling of like you said, where it's kind of hot, but it's cold. Like that feels so like you have a sweater on. Like it feels like it's good, like it's like, ooh, yes, but the sun is still shining where you like, yes, I feel it. But I get what you're saying. Like the weather and the time change, that's a big one because
Yes, I
it
can't do the time
is
change.
we haven't even like went into it officially, but it's definitely getting dark
It's
around like
creeping up.
7 now. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I thought I had more time. So
Yeah.
that changes everything.
Yeah.
And you being outside, like you have to, like you just said, you would have laid outside today or whatever, but you didn't get to do that, which
Yeah.
yeah, that changes
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. It's not fun. But it's okay. For my fellow people who love the summertime, I think it's all about like perspective shifts. So I found this group of people who they throw telescope parties and it's like for all ages. So what they do is they have like this beautiful venue where telescopes are placed where you could clearly see the sky. And people do what I literally just said I do with the sky for like the sun and stuff like that, but they do it for stars. So I'm like, okay, I'm finding my people that like to do similar things. That could be something I try out and do. We'll see how I like doing it with the group. I prefer to do it by myself, but we'll see how it goes. And then if I like it, I'll figure out other ways to do it. So, yeah.
What's it called again?
I have it saved somewhere on my phone, but it's a telescope party. And it's literally for all ages. They meet, I want to say, like every 3 weeks at some spot where they have a ton of telescopes. It's not, at first I thought it was like the Griffith Observatory, but no, it's like its own thing where they like serve food and stuff that's free. Like all this stuff is free. You just got to come and be open to meeting people that are interested in stargazing too.
Myra, where do you find this stuff?
Girl, I don't know. I feel like I just be going down a random like rabbit hole of stuff because I don't know if I told you, but I am determined to enjoy this fall. Like I literally have a list of things where every time I'm like I hate fall, I have to do something on the list. Every
I love
time. I have no
that.
excuses this season. I'm gonna make myself like it.
That's a good one. And I
Yeah.
also I was doing this bingo sheet and then I happened to go onto your Film Scholar page, and when I went on Film Scholar in you all's bio it has a bingo sheet, and so on that, you look at you not even knowing, this is hilarious. And so on that bingo sheet it kind of gives you some ideas of just things in general, like themes to think about, but
Ooh,
I
I like
think that could
that.
be helpful, yeah, like a fall bingo sheet, um
I'm taking
just
some notes
so this is
off my
her,
own thing.
it's
Film
literally
scholar, literally.
it's literally in the bio. But I had started one on Canva, but when I seen yours, I'm like, oh, this is nice because you already give like some ideas, like some. Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me see. Do I got it up? Because I was like, oh yeah, I gotta finish this. Yeah, like you got like a goal for
Teach me
health.
something new.
Choose a new weekly hobby. Go for your finances. Do a good deed. Like it's
Yeah.
already giving you some ideas. So
I
I
love
really like
this.
that, and that could be something to like create some habits and stay with the habits, or even
Yeah.
just embracing the fall. Like it's an
Yes.
embrace, a nice little hug, a tight cozy hug.
Yes.
Yeah, it could
Yes.
be
So
cool.
then you tell me, what are you gonna like try to intentionally do in the fall? Is there anything outside of your norms?
Um, I would like to, I mean, even as you're talking about it, I just want to be more mindful of like making sure
Yeah.
that I'm continuing with the habits that I do have, like that I didn't even
Okay.
notice that I had built. So it's like, yeah, let me make sure I keep walking and getting those steps in. Let
Mm-hmm.
me make sure I keep reading. I'm gonna use this bingo sheet to like help me to continue working on myself. I mean, I'm a list person anyway, so if it's written down, it always helps me to like kind of like recoup and
Yes.
figure out like, oh snap, what
For
did I
sure.
say I wanted to do?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was gonna say, but I'm not. Um, I'm thinking of other people too, because the
Mm.
fall, obviously, we know the fall and the winter does bring like a lot of folks depression.
Yeah.
Like, but hopefully, even just being me and like people seeing what I'm doing too even helps. Like I don't have to do anything. I don't have to like make sure people are doing stuff or like, not getting in their headspace. I can just by simply being me and having those exchange that even can be helpful to people of seeing like, oh yeah, like this person is enjoying the fall or the winter, like they're fine.
Yeah.
Um but so that's me. What about you?
I think I want to continue going to the gym. I can't even like lie and say I'm not one of those people that does not fall off because I was looking at how often I went to the gym last fall and it was like twice a week, which is like not me. I go to the gym basically every day. Today is like the only day out the week that I'm not going to the gym, but I'm still going to do my 10,000 steps, whatever. So I think mine's is going to the gym. And I say the gym because I've made so many friends at the gym. Like older women is like for me in this season are the past few seasons, it's been making friends that are 10 plus years older than me. And so I've made those friends at the gym. And so just talking to them and being in conversation with them has been like the best thing ever for me. So keeping going to the gym so I could run into, I be calling my gym aunties. So I can run into them and talk to them. And overall, just find more things that bring me joy. I think that, like, if I could say anything for people who struggle with seasonal depression, start planning out your joy moments, like now. So that way you
Yeah.
have like a list of like, okay, this is something I'm gonna grab to add to my joy bucket, right? Like you got your joy list, but you got your joy bucket. So if your joy bucket is empty, you grab something from the list that you already have thought about. So that way when you're in the mode of like, oh my God, I hate this, you don't have to think. You already got your list made. So
Love
yeah.
that. Planning joy. Like
Yeah.
who would have thunk? You know you can plan joy. We forget that. You know, we're like, oh no,
Yes.
like no, you can actually plan it. Who would have thunk about that? I like that. Movement in the body is always always super helpful too, as you talk about that. Like you continuously moving your body. I was listening
Mm-hmm.
to, is it the Not Getting Grown? I forget. I was listening to one of these podcasts and they were basically talking about how like literally being able to wake up and move your arms, your body, like all of this, we really should be grateful for. You never know,
Sure.
like what could happen. Like being able to move your body is such like it's a privilege.
It's a
So it's like
privilege for sure.
yeah, let's move this body in. Uh, Obviously the benefits too from exercising. Um, even meeting other people, even meeting other people.
Yes.
What you think
Yes.
about this? This is a little tangent, but so you said that you've been meeting like older friends, older women that's like 10
Mm-hmm.
plus. What do you think the
Mm-hmm.
benefits are to having friends that are older, friends that are your age, and friends that are younger?
Overall, I think that with the relationships I have in my life, I am steadily working on not looking for people to do a certain thing because of a title. And I say that because I look to, let's say my mom, for example, to do certain things because her title is a mom. I don't have sisters. So that's a piece of my life that I feel like I am missing, right? And so when I think about the older friends, it's almost as though each of them give me a little piece of something that I wish that the person that had the title would give me. And I think same thing for the friends that are my age. I don't have sisters. So I'm learning what it means to be a sister steadily with my friends. Like that's why I'm thankful for the friends who let me fuck up because I don't know. I feel like my friends who are sisters really know how to be like a friend. And I'm not saying I don't know how to be a friend, but I feel like they teach me even further. And I would say with friends that are younger, it gives me a chance to practice what my friends who are my age are teaching me as far as how to be a sister. So I think that it's
Yeah.
the giving me the pieces of what I so desire from titles from people and helping me to realize the
Mhm.
gratitude and like you don't have to look to someone to do this whole list of things. When this person does this person does that, this person does that. So very thankful for that.
Damn, that's deep. That's deep.
Is it really?
Yeah, no, it is. I
Yeah.
didn't expect it. I thought I was going to hear more like the stereotypical things, like, oh, the older
No.
women I grow from wisdom, like these, it's like typical things like that. But I think as
Yeah.
you talk about it, it is really individualized to your own experience.
Yes.
And I think that's super important because sometimes folks will be like, oh, yeah, you got to have a younger friend, an older friend, all these things. But just because somebody's older does not mean they're going to give you what you need. Just because somebody's younger
The
doesn't
friends
mean
that are
they're going to
younger
be.
than me teach me stuff just as much.
Yes, yes. No,
Yes.
that's good. That's good. That's insightful. I'm here for that. It
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes. Funny story. I was texting oh my gosh, I can't think of her name because I don't never call her by her name. The taco lady. I was texting her. We were talking about something in my car. I have voice to text, right? We were talking about something and I was missing my aunt. So I called her auntie as we were texting. And then she said something. I didn't realize I said it. And she said something niece. And I was like, why the fuck she called me her niece? Like it threw me off. And then when I read the text message back, I was like, oh, this is interesting. But I say that to say I've seen her so many times after that. And now she calls me her niece. And it's just interesting how me accidentally calling her that. Like we've always been cool. We talk here and there, but it's prompted us to talk so much more and for her to give me something I felt like I was missing, which is like my aunt. Not saying she's replaced her, but definitely she checks in. We have consistent conversation. My aunt was like super into fitness. Like that lady, she super into fitness. And now it's interesting because she's on this fitness journey, the taco lady. And so now she even holds me accountable to going to the gym. And I'm like, this is an interesting exchange that's happening here. And I love it. This is cool.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely
Mm-hmm.
love that. Yeah.
Me too.
And I've seen you all's interactions too. So, whoo. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm thinking of ways to stay encouraged. I think, like we said, giving you writing down some things if that's your thing, like checking in with your peoples,
Yeah.
planning those joys. Like you can do that today,
Yes.
literally. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to wait to do it. Don't wait until the time change. Don't
Mm-hmm.
wait until the time change. I wonder, do we have any listeners? Because you know it's not a time change everywhere.
Like Alaska.
I forget. It's some places that's not, but I wonder what their life is like.
Can y'all
Like I
tell us?
wonder.
I want to know.
Yeah, like, because why do we have to go through this? I feel like we
Let us
voted
know.
to not go through this, or maybe some people. Let me not say how y'all voted.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like, what's it like to not have a time change? Because I think that
Not her
does seem
banging on the
pretty.
keyboard. Where is there
Yeah,
not a time change?
they're not. Is the clock changes around the world?
I
United
think Alaska,
Hawaii.
don't they have like,
It says Hawaii.
oh,
Most it says most of Arizona. Arizona, y'all out there getting a hold on,
I
because I
never
got
would have
a
thought
friend that just
Arizona. That's next
I have a
door.
friend. It is. I have a friend that just moved. I'm gonna ask her, but it says most of Arizona, which is interesting. I don't know what that like certain
Hmm.
little cities or
Yeah.
something. And then it says the U.S. territories do not change their clocks.
When they say
Oh, so
territories, they're talking about like the Virgin Islands.
Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, thinking all of those places.
Got
Uh,
it.
huh. So they just living their best life. They get to stay one way. Uh, I'm jealous.
Yes.
I mean, it kind of no Arizona it do, and when it like outside of summer, like the desert gets cold at night.
For sure.
So, but when I think Hawaii and like the U.S. territories, I think more islands. Like it's different there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I'm wondering what that's like to not have the time
Me
change.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, check
Interesting.
in with us. Let us know, y'all, if y'all listening.
Please let us know something. Yes. Well,
But
I think that's
outside
a
of
good start.
that, yeah, no. I'm thinking of our updates of the residency. So, if you
Yes.
all have been listening and are watching on our social medias, we have been accepted to be a part of Sip and Saunders 3-month residency. So, our theme is Sonder and Soul. And so, over the next 3 months, we're going to be hosting an event at Sip and Sonder. If you look on our pages, you'll have all the information. Just stay plugged in. We'll keep talking about it. But this first one is this Friday. By the time you all listen to this, you're not going to hear this. But after that, it's going to be one in November and one in December. The one in November is for all Black people. So you don't just have to be a woman. You just have to identify as being Black. And then the
Mm-hmm.
one in December is going to be for everybody. So community, allies, like everybody's going to be
Mm-hmm.
welcome. And it's at Sip and Saunders, so you can get you a little latte, a little tea, whatever you would like. And we're going to have some really good discussions, and we hope to see you all there.
Hope to see you there.
All right. We will see you all next Monday with another episode of Black Women Healing Podcast.